Hello, my name is Ashley Davidson. I own Berkshire, Thistle, and Thorn. We're newly located on North Street in Pittsfield, right next to Methuselah. We are your everyday florist. We serve flowers throughout Berkshire County, serving smiles. We offer weekly or monthly subscriptions, serving rare and unique stems. We offer DIY workshops that you can do in-house, or we like to visit other places like Proprietor's Lodge or Balderdash. We also focus on kids' birthday parties. We're doing something different, something unique for kids to get their hands and learn something new, get their hands dirty and learn something new. We also have a nice array of gifts in our shop, all from local vendors. Everything is locally made. I got, like 10 years ago, I fell in love, blah, blah, blah. I was a bartender. I was really, really good at it. I grew up in the restaurant industry. I was a waitress. I was a bus girl. I was a dishwasher, everything, you name it. I really do think a lot of who I am on the restaurant business. But so fast forward to having 3 kids and a husband, I need to figure out how I don't have to work those hours anymore and how I can have some sort of freedom. In reality, this is less freedom. But so this brought me to my wedding. I was really wanting to do something that was special to me. I wanted to make it special, but also stay on a budget. So I figured I would try doing my own flowers. I grew plants throughout the spring. My wedding was in the fall. And then in the fall, I added in the stems, had my mother-in-law help me do the boutonnieres, blah, blah, blah. It was a lot harder than I thought. I really learned a lot, but I knew that I really liked this like rush, this big day and celebrating, and I really loved seeing the end result. So I think like through my wedding, I found some type of passion. After that, I tried to pursue, I was still living in New York at the time, so I tried to pursue this workshop idea. You know, I lived out in Galway, outside of Amsterdam, near Saratoga, quiet town, Cock and Bull, really great place if you ever go there. So good, farm to table. But so that's where I'm taking some ideas of like what he had, farm to table food. So I was thinking farm to table flowers. Let's teach people literally how to create something for their tables. First class I had, I didn't know anything about marketing. I didn't know anything about advertising. I put up a flyer. No one signed up. My family came. Thank you. But the point, so the idea was there. I just didn't really know how to execute it. So I just kept continuing. I kept trying to figure out different ways that I could take this passion and do something with it. So we moved home back to Berkshire County in the middle of COVID. And I used to work at the Five Chairs in Lenox. So I asked my friend Bill Volley and his wife Diane if I could temporarily use their beautiful building on Route 7 near Arizona Pizza. And that's kind of where I fell in love with the brick and mortar. So my idea was just to sell holiday wreaths outside on the porch. This place had no heat, no electricity, no bathroom. But that's kind of when I knew that I wanted a brick and mortar, and I wanted to promote local people like myself, people that didn't have a store or didn't have a way to really sell their items. That's kind of when I started taking in new vendors and learning like there's so much talent here and there's so many people that, wow, I really want to promote. You know, this girl, Leslie, makes jewelry. This girl makes Heidi, makes the bracelets. So everyone has their own passion. So I'm really happy that I can put all of that into this brick and mortar along with mine. So primarily I'm a florist, right? So I sell flowers. You can't even see one flower arrangement. I do a lot of deliveries. We do a lot of subscriptions. The store is basically my workshop, I like to think of it, and then everything else is just added on. I'm really focusing on gift plants. I'm so close to the hospital and we're so centrally located. People need last minute gifts, whether it's someone had a baby or someone's sick or whatever it is. A cute little basket or something like that is always nice. We deliver flowers to your door every month. First Friday of every month, flowers are delivered. You sign up, you pay for the 3 months, which I had a lot of people during Valentine's do. It's a really great gift for Mother's Day. Then you don't have to worry about it. So it's a gift that keeps giving. It's really nice too because I've had people now renew, and so I know I'm doing something right. The other thing is too, I really like to focus on different stems, something that's going to last longer than 2 days, right? People have this thing like, oh, roses die. If you treat things well and hydrate, and there's a whole process to being a florist, but if you do it correctly, the flowers will last. But also I really like to use tropical stems because they're rare and unique and they last. We have a mix. I have a girl that makes little pocketbooks, wallets, candles. I have Berkshire candle here. She's all soy. She's local and puts everything in dough bowls. Or I think, she just actually started making some really cute roses for me and tapers. Who else do we have? I just got Heidi from Soulful Intentions in. She focuses on these Reiki charged bracelets that everyone loves. We have Tara's Truffles. She's a delicious chocolate girl. They are worth every cent. It's really dangerous having her here. I've already eaten 2 boxes this week. I have my friend Don who makes barbecue sauce. And with every Mother's Day order for the first 50, you get a barbecue sauce. So I'm really trying to promote everyone else too, along with me, because everything is unique and rare and better together, right? And it's funny because some people say, like, when's your downtime or when's your busy time? Is it seasonal? And really, we're kind of busy all the time. Christmas, it's wreaths and doing workshops. And I hosted over 150 women, a couple of dudes, a couple of gentlemen, making wreaths. We went to Antimony a couple of times and sold out. People came here for private classes. So that was that. And then fall time we're stuffing pumpkins with flowers, or then it's come to the new year, then you have Valentine's Day and Easter and spring and plants. I also love buying from Whitney's. We do garden tours there, so we'll meet you there. We can walk through together with a coffee and talk about certain plants that you need for your areas. More of a hands-on thing, something nice to do. Really try to book at least once a month. So right now we have Proprietors and Boulder Dash coming up. I'm trying to book more classes here, but I'm so new, so we're still building on that and figuring out a schedule. People are really great about working with me, and they want to promote as much as possible. And if you think about it, it's kind of nice too because it helps them on a slower night, or maybe a night they wouldn't be open. So for them to have, drinks and dinner for people that may not have been there is also kind of nice. And we all say we love community and we love working together. And I love that I can actually do that. I can actually call up Donna from Boulder Dash now or text her and say, hey, I have this idea. You want to help me with it? I really like working with John down at Patrick's. He let me fill his planters in the winter. I think the more and more that I'm here, the more that I can do. And I love collaborating with everyone and trying to think of new things for our community to bring it really back to the place that we want to walk down North Street and feel comfortable and just go walk down the street. So I do a lot of things like that, like All Day Spa. Winbrook is actually one of my bigger landscaping jobs, but we go to Whitney's or other local places and we'll buy the plants and do landscaping jobs now. That's just a kind of a little off part of what I'm doing. It's a really fun part. Other vendors consign with me. They all consign. But then some of the stuff is mine. I've been making my own jewelry with resin and leftover flowers or hairpins. But I'm really trying to also get wreaths in here for spring and summer, so we don't have to go to Michael's and buy some artificial thing for $70. You come here and spend $70 on an artificial thing. For flower arrangements, that's my specialty. What we want to do is when someone opens the door and their eyes just get big and they're impressed and they're like, wow, they feel special. That's really what I want to deliver. When when you get something from Thistle, I want them to know that it came from here. And I want them to know, wow, this person went out of their way to make sure that I felt special. And I think you can really see that from the flowers and from the arrangements as well. So that's just something I would really love to carry out and continue to do, because we are very busy with arrangements. But like I said, using the unique stems and really like making it special and personal is what I want to do. What's new right now is we just started offering children's packages. We have 2 different packages. We all love ready, set, play, but sometimes we need to do other things, get our hands dirty. And, one of them is a bird feeding class. So you make a bird feeder. And the other one is potting seeds in teapots. So just a little activity, includes pizza and all this stuff, but we're really trying to promote something to do for kids as well. Some things are meant to be. I think I was meant to be here, and I really do feel, honestly, we get an array of people. There's a mix of people that walk in, and I really like it all. I like being centrally located, and I feel like I can do the most here right now. In 5 years, I'd really like to have maybe another space, something bigger, something really like, hey, we're going to go to Thistle for a workshop, like something like that. Another thing too that I like to do is I have a local pottery. Her name is Steph the Pattress. So my pottery lady will make certain vessels for me. They're super well priced so that I can put them in a $60 arrangement, and then you get to keep a really cool vase instead of, the traditional clear vessel. Steph is really talented. She's also making just cute little jewelry, like holders, things like that. There's just so many things you can do with it. But it is kind of nice when you order something over, let's say $70, you get it in a really cool vessel. While supplies last. They went quick. We also have Berkshire Candle. She makes dough bowls, soy candles in dough bowls. She's starting to do tapers for me. So I'm very excited because I'll start putting together some packages for everyone shortly. But the tapers are one of my favorite candles. The biggest challenge is really just trying to get the word out that I'm here, to let people know that we have gifts, that, we're open for workshops. You can call and say, I want to do a workshop with 2. Can you do that with me? Or can you, certain things like that. I do, want people to know that we're here for our community. We love donating. We love doing stuff like that. And we really want to help our community. I have 3 kids, so I want this place to be better for them in 20 years. I always love to use hardy, like fragrant greens, things like eucalyptus and varieties of eucalyptus or different greens. We actually have been selling a lot of eucalyptus bunches. People hang them in their showers, so those are very popular. The oils get released from the steam and are said to give you a sense of relaxation. But that's where the scent comes in a lot. I like to get you with your nose. So when you receive the bouquet, things like stock or certain flowers have a very fragrant scent. We love actually supporting, I should have talked about this before, supporting our local farmers. We buy from Floral Farm in North Adams. We have another farm locally on Pex Road that's a secret. But we love getting the garden stems because they are loved, they're taken care of, and they're so hardy. So for the next few months, you'll see tulips, ranunculus, just a lot of really great garden beauties. You can also go up to Floral Farm too. They have CSA programs and things like that. They're really great farm people. I've always been creative. I've always thought outside of the box. I just really never I would always make my own cards, which is something I do now. I use dried flowers and put them on cards, and I just bought a Cricut, so I'm really going to learn how to vamp up my card game. But I've always had some type of passion that I just finally a few years ago put together. And I look back now and I look at bouquets that I first did, and I haven't gone to school for this. I am 100% self-taught. So I do look back and I say, oh my God, Ashley. But the lesson there is growth. And I can look back and say, wow, that's what I started at. And here I am now in a very short time. So I'm pretty happy with myself. And I know everything I send out is 100% something I would want to receive. And that's something in the restaurant too, right? You don't leave the booth dirty. You clean the table how you want it. I always, whatever you get from me is something that I would want to receive. And that's how I've always thought about it. I had a few great people. I was at the Morgan House restaurant in Lee for 5 or 6 years when I was younger. So Pam and Jim Loring they were where I started. Well, prior to that, I guess you could say my restaurant owners have been my mentors. So when I was younger, it was Diane and Bill Volley. I worked at the Five Chairs for like 4 years. Then I went to the Morgan House. And then I moved to New York and was at the Cock and Bull for like 7. And from each of those places, I learned how to make a Bloody Mary from scratch. It's not the point of the Bloody Mary, it's the point of learning how to make something and being really good at it. And then saying, I made that Bloody Mary. So I'm just kind of taking everything I've ever learned and putting it into what I'm doing now. And it's finally coming together. Well, we want to thank you for listening. My name is Ashley Davidson here at Thistle on North. We'll see you next time. Stop down and visit. Or you can order on our website at www.thistleandthornfloral.com. Thank you.